That brings us straight to the destruction of MK Ultra files.
So CIA Director Richard Helms orders all MK Ultra files destroyed, and that was 1973.
Yeah.
So we got
this big old cheese ball right here.
Yeah, this cornball.
Yeah, look at him.
So he was the CIA director of the time.
Yep, and that was only really put on there as a point of reference because it wasn't necessarily discovered until later. So MK Ultra actually became publicly known in 1975. Right. Yeah,
and that's like 4 years after Clockwork Orange and all this other stuff had already come out.
Right.
Sort of, it's like, what the hell did or not Kubrick, but the original author of Clockwork Orange,
Burgess.
Yeah, it's like, what the hell? What the hell did he know?
I mean, Kubrick too.
Yeah, and Kubrick, right?
Kubrick too. Yeah.
There's a whole bunch of. There's like we could do whole other episodes on
Yeah,
Kubrick.
I'm down to do a whole episode on Stanley Kubrick.
It's a big conspiracy board.
I know, because we'll probably end up doing multiple parts on this too, just because like it's such a huge topic.
Yeah, we didn't even get like a chance to like connect it to like modern psychological studies, but there's a lot of the same shit still going on. It's just got a different moniker now, and it's got a different vibe about it, but it's the same shit.
Yeah, maybe part 2 will be exclusively about the modern, consequences and implications moving into the future, but we'll see. If you guys like it enough, let us know in the comments.
Yeah. So then if we jump to 1975, Project MK Ultra was first brought to wide public attention in 1975 by the U.S. Congress through investigations by the Church Committee and by a presidential commission known as the Rockefeller Commission. The Church Committee and the Rockefeller Commission investigations relied on the sworn testimony of direct participants and on the relatively small number of documents that survived Helms' destruction order. So again, all this stuff that we know now is only just such a small portion because so many of these documents were just like actually burned. Or
so many of them were destroyed, and then what we know now is a small fraction of what remains and is actually declassified.
From different FOIA requests and different
so the extent and scope of these projects is still unknown.
Yes. Right, we don't know how deep it really goes.
Kind of insane.
And it already goes deep as hell because it's like, dude, what we got the JFK connection, we got the freaking Charles Manson connection, there's the Unabomber connection.
Timothy Leary.
Yeah, Timothy Leary. I was even starting to look into there's like might be a connection there with Timothy McVeigh and MK Ultra.
Not really.
And like the whole like what's the other guy? There's a lot of, these people that commit atrocious acts. That it's like, what the hell led them to even do this?
I think people are just curious, and some people are removed enough from their emotions, like sociopath level, to where it doesn't really like affect them. You know what I mean? In that way, and I think that was the case with a lot of the Operation Paperclip people in particular. If you look at like footage of just how these people reacted, being read their crimes to them in a court for war crimes.
All these scientists think they're above morality. They don't. They think that if what they're doing is in service of something bigger, it doesn't matter. But it's like these people, especially the Donald Cameron guy. I was like, dude, you're a horrible person. The way like the stuff that. I was hearing some of the personal accounts about people who are victims of him because a lot of people came out against him later,
That was the Canada one, right?
Yeah, the Canadian guy. Yes. And it's just really bad, you know what I mean? Because this ruined people's lives. I think that's kind of something, again, we're watching Clockwork Orange. It's like when you come back to society after something like that, and your brain is just ruined in a way that nobody has literally even known about yet. You're on the cutting edge of breaking someone's mind.
Yeah.
And how do people return to society after that? It's fucked up.
It's hard to reintegrate.
But the church committee there,
right?
We got our boy Frank Church.
So basically, it was a committee that was supposed to investigate all the abuse that was going on by the CIA, NSA, and the FBI, and even the good old IRS. Chaired by Idaho Senator Frank Church. The committee was part of a series of investigations into intelligence abuses, in 1975, dubbed the Year of Intelligence.
You know who sat in on this commission too? On this committee? Our president, fucking Joe Biden.
Yeah.
He was on the fucking seat.
Yeah. Yep. This was like a whole Senate hearing, and this was like 1977 or whatever. And it's like just to remind you exactly how long Joe Biden has been around.
Yeah, so that actually made me kind of trip out because it's just right there, Joseph R. Biden, Delaware. I was like, damn.
That's great.
And so we got the Church Committee, and then we got the Rockefeller Commission. So Gerald Ford, basically in 1975, to investigate the activities of the CIA and other intelligence agencies.
Yeah, so essentially the same goals as the Church Committee, and they worked in concert to reveal information.
Nelson Rockefeller was the vice president
Yep.
of Ford.
That's what
That's wild.
that's what the sources told me.
That makes sense.
You know,
That's crazy, dude.
I don't have them memorized. I got the books of the Bible memorized, but not the president's, bro.
So they're doing these investigations, and
Indeed.
doesn't necessarily turn out the way they would like, or the way we would like, which was for all this information to be available.
Yeah, no. Fortunately, the CIA had enough foresight to cover their asses.
Right.
Apparently not well enough, though, but just well enough for it to remain a mystery for basically the rest of time.
Right. It remains enough of a mystery for just like random people to make podcasts on it, but not enough to actually have anything be done.
Right.
And so in 1977, in an interview, 14-year CIA veteran.
He's like, they were doing unspeakable things, I tell you.
They were committing atrocities in Minecraft. No. 14-year CIA veteran Victor Marchetti specifically called the CIA claim that MK Ultra was abandoned a cover story. On the Senate floor in 1977, Senator Ted Kennedy said the deputy director of the CIA revealed that over 30 universities and institutions were involved in an extensive testing and experimentation program, which included covert drug tests on unwitting citizens at all social levels, high and low, Native Americans and foreign. Several of these tests involved the administration of LSD to unwitting subjects in social situations. At least one death, that of Dr. Frank Olson, resulted from these activities. The agency itself acknowledged that these tests made little scientific sense. The agents doing the monitoring were not qualified scientific observers.
Yeah.
Man,
That sounds like
bro.
a lot of Senate hearings that I've listened to over the years.
It's crazy that they could only get away with killing one government official. Like if one government guy dies off it, they're like, "Fuck, we got to pay their family $1 million. We can't keep doing this."
Right.
So they're just like, let's just find weird miscreants and degenerates that we can experiment on instead. Is basically the idea.
Yeah. Frank Olson being clearly the only person who was actually addressed on the Senate floor as having died. So
It's crazy. So yeah, these are the two main like whistleblowers in this situation, Ted Kennedy and Victor Marchetti, which is like, man, we're gonna have to tie it in too later with like RFK, gaining so much prominence right now. It's like, dude, the the powers that be do not want RFK around, bro, because he's about to swing the revenge hammer on these motherfuckers, bro. Like,
yeah. I think his platform is insane with the whole the CIA killed my uncle.
Yeah, dude. Well, it's like
that's a wild. Yeah, that's a wild.
it's crazy.
Shooting
Like
off.
the Kennedy family just keeps getting iced, bro, by the CIA, basically.
I mean, look at all this that's going on, though, dude. I mean,
Right.
JFK knew about all this stuff. JFK iconically gave a speech saying that there's a plot brewing underneath the surface in America, and I'm here to stop it.
Yeah.
And then a week later, he died. And I mean, you could say you could say whatever it is you think it is, but I mean, all of this was going on, and he's the president. He knew about it.
Yeah, it seems like these guys, Alan Dulles and Sidney Gottlieb, were probably involved at some level, considering Sidney Gottlieb was the head of assassinations and Alan was the actual director of the CIA, right? So I'm like, they've got to be players in that somehow.
Well, think about how many people would have gone to jail if there was just a transparency policy that had gone in on like a Kennedy second term somehow. That would have been really bad for all of these guys, to be honest. But that's why he had to go.